Hey everybody, good morning, welcome back to Blu-Roy Movies. How we all doing? Today we're doing shelf 14 of the collection, which is normally housed, if you can see it behind me, in that empty shelf right at the bottom. And there's no way I'm getting down there to show you on the shelf. Mrs. Blu-Roy's a home carer. I think if I tried to attempt that, I think she'd be working from home for the day because I'd struggle to get up and I'd be in a mess. So yeah, shelf 14. But before I start, if you like these kinds of videos, nip over to Warren at Goose's Movies. I'll stick his details down below. Now, Warren's been through a bit of an up and down time recently trying to find somewhere to live. I think it's been a bit stressful for the lad. He's now got himself a nice little abode. He looks like he's all settled in. He's got his display, his collection set back up, and he's started doing a two-part Blu-ray 4K collection, which he put the first half up last night, and it was really, really good. I really enjoyed watching it. Yeah, so go over there, give that a watch, because he's got some lovely additions. But if you do go over, Warren's a far more polished YouTuber than me. Please make sure you come back. So anyway, let's get on with shelf 14, and we'll start off with King Kong from the 70s, 77, 76, something like that, I'd say. Jessica Lange, the 4K, I really enjoy this. I think this is a smashing King Kong adaptation. Not as good as the 33, which I have in the HMV Premium Collection, which you'll see when I get to that. Then we've got the King Kong from the noughties with Jack Black. Very, very long, but it's still alright, and it's overdue a rewatch because, as you can see, I bought it from Poundland and it's still in the wrap. I have seen it before, but not for many, many a year. Yeah, I should get round to giving that a watch again. Like I said, very long though, 3 hours or so. And then we have Stellan Skarsgård in King of Devil's Island, which is a prison break film, Norwegian language, I'd like to say. Scandinavian anyway, yeah. Decent prison film that was, yeah, quite enjoyed that. Then we're on to the Kingsman films. The Secret Service, which is the best of the three. It was like a breath of fresh air when it came out. Yeah, really like the Kingsman films. And then we've got the Golden Circle Steelbook. Blu-ray Steelbook. I quite like the sequel. A lot of fun. Yeah, just a good laugh. Elton John in it as well. It's quite funny. And to finish it off, which also I quite enjoyed, I think it gets quite derided, Kingsman, the third one, in 4K. It's left it open for another chapter in the story, which I wouldn't mind seeing. Yeah, I quite like that. One that James sent me over, Kiss the Girls, good cop crime procedural film. Knives Out, brilliant Agatha Christie type detective thing with Daniel Craig, good cast. Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Anna de Armas, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Don Johnson, Tony Collette. I was going to say Lequette, Tony Collette, Christopher Plummer. Yeah, good film. I've only seen it once, so another one that needs a rewatch, and I haven't seen yet the sequel. I can't remember the name of it now, but I must get round to watching the sequel. Is that out on physical? I can't even remember seeing it about. Knowing Nick Cage, a good sci-fi film. Yeah, I enjoy that. Kong School Island, another one I enjoyed, another decent cast as well. Tom Hiddleston, Samuel L. Jackson, John Goodman, Brie Larson, John C. Reilly. Yeah, really good, that one. LA Confidential, really good modern noir. Kevin Spacey, Russell Crowe, Guy Pearce, lovely Kim Basinger. Look at Kim Basinger on there, very, very beautiful. And Lady Bird, not normally my type of thing, a coming-of-age type drama, but I quite enjoyed this one. Next up, from M. Night Shyamalan, A Lady in the Water. Another one I need to rewatch again. It's a long, long time since I've seen it. Starring one of my favourite actors, Paul Giamatti, Bryce Dallas Howard. Not one of Shyamalan's best films, but it's alright, it was decent. Now, a film that's more than decent. I just love this film. La La Land. Again, I'm not into musicals, so again, something that shouldn't be for me. But I think this is absolutely fantastic. And the chemistry between Gosling and Stone is absolutely off the charts. Damien Chazelle, maybe my favourite working director. Yeah, I love Damien Chazelle films. 4 brilliant films so far. Not got around to this one yet. Picked this up on Tim's recommendation, Lamb. So, yeah, I'm going to watch that one soon because it does sound very interesting. I watched this a few days ago. You'll be hearing more in my weekly watches. One that Sam sent me over, I think. I'm pretty sure Sam sent me this one over. The Land Unknown. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it, actually, but tune in. It'll be Saturday. Tune in Saturday to hear my weekly watches and my more thoughts in depth. The Last Boy Scout. Brilliant fun. Bruce Willis, Damon Wayans. Good action cop film. Yeah, I enjoy that. The Last Castle, not really a Robert Redford fan, but I do like this one. Watched it, I think, for the first time last year, actually, so it took me a hell of a long time to get round to it. James Gandolfini is really good in this, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. The Last Duel from Ridley Scott from about 2 or 3 years ago. And again, another one I really enjoyed. Matt Damon, Adam Driver, Jodie Comer, Ben Affleck, about this situation seen from 3 people's different point of view and how everybody's point of view could be different on the happenings of one event. Yeah, I like that. The Last House on the Left really surprised me how brutal it was. Yeah, it was really, really brutal. It's a remake. I've not seen the original, but people tell me that this one is actually better. So let me know, should I be watching the original, which I think is a Wes Craven film? The Last King of Scotland, another great film. Yeah, another one I really enjoyed. The choking scene on it, if you've seen it, you know what I mean. Yeah, great film, The Last King of Scotland. And up next, Last Night in Soho. I absolutely adore this film. I think it's fantastic. It looks great in 4K. I've watched it 3 or 4 times now. Edgar Wright can do no wrong for me. The favourite director of mine. This Baby Driver, Cornetto trilogy, just brilliant, brilliant stuff. A very steamy one, Last Tango in Paris. Marlon Brando's really, really good in this. Lawless, Tom Hardy, all set around 1930s America, the banning of alcohol and all that. Yeah, good cast. Tom Hardy, Shia LaBeouf, Gary Oldman. Always struggle with this lady's name. Maya Wasikowska, Jessica Chastain. Love Jessica Chastain. Jason Clarke, Guy Pearce. Guy Pearce is absolutely evil in this. A really, really good villain. I broke the bank a little bit. Well, I didn't say I broke the bank. I used CEX vouchers to buy this Lawrence of Arabia 4K steelbook. It's the only way you can get the 4K, but I just love Lawrence of Arabia so much. I just had to have it in my collection. I think I paid 50 for it, but I could say vouchers, so not so much in real money. But yeah, I just had to get this in the collection. Layer Cake, the film that landed Daniel Craig the Bond role. Brilliant stuff, really good crime gangster film. If you like your Ealing comedies and you haven't seen The League of Gentlemen, I thoroughly recommend it because, to me, one of the best ones. Brilliant cast. Jack Hawkins, Nigel Patrick, Roger Livesey, Richard Attenborough, the wonderful Richard Attenborough, Brian Forbes, the fantastic Kenneth Moore, Terence Alexander, and directed by friend of the channel, Basil Dearden. Yeah, I love The League of Gentlemen. It was such a good heist film. I can't recommend that enough. Legend, another appearance from... It's got cat hairs on it. How does that get on it? Cat hairs on the movies. Terrible. Legend, Craze film, and another appearance from Tom Hardy. The Legend of Tarzan. Who was in this? Alexander Skarsgård. I've only seen it once. And I remember it being all right, so I should have to give it a rewatch. And again, another good cast. Samuel L., Margot Robbie, Jimon Honsu, and brilliant Christoph Waltz. Yeah, I need to watch that again. Legionnaire, one that James sent me over, and surprisingly good. I thought this was going to be terrible. It's Jean-Claude Van Damme, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's a limited edition slip. And look at that low number on there, 38 to 3,000. Yeah, thanks for that, James. Yeah, I did really like that. Luc Besson, Leon the Professional, brilliant film. I'm sure most people have seen it. Wonderful stuff. Le Mans 66, Matt Damon, Christian Bale. I remember enjoying that. And the Lethal Weapon 4-pack, all 4 films. And yeah, I enjoyed them all. I think people sometimes deride the 4th one, but I enjoy the 4th one too. Just a great chemistry they've got between the pair of them. Yeah, good stuff. Is they making another one? Have I dreamt that? I hope not, because surely they're too old now. Next we have Let Me In, which is the American remake of Let the Right One In. Not as good, but it's not too bad. I haven't got Let the Right One In, actually. I do need to grab a copy of that at some point. Chloe Grace Moretz, and who played the lad? Cody Smith McPhee. Did he go on to play Elvis in the recent film, or am I just totally making that up? Yeah, Let Me In. It's pretty decent. Leviathan, that I watched last year. This is a brilliant film. Really one that makes you think and tugs on the old heartstrings even of the Tin Man. Yeah, good film, that. Life with Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds, a blatant Alien rip-off, knock-off, but it's alright, it's a decent watch. And another one to tug on your heartstrings, Life is Beautiful, beautiful film, and yeah, wonderful stuff. Thoroughly deserved all the Oscar wins it got. Best actor, best foreign language film, and best music. Yeah, good stuff, that. More good stuff, this one. Again, one that shouldn't be my type of film. A bit lovey-dovey. The Light Between Oceans, but I really enjoyed the story about these couple that lighthouse keepers that, for one reason or another, I can't remember now, they can't have children, and a baby washes ashore in a little boat, and they keep the baby and keep it quiet. Life of Pi, just brilliant. If you want a film to stick on your 4K system, stick on the Life of Pi because it looks absolutely beautiful in 4K. Just proper eye candy. Yeah, good stuff. Blu-rays are down this week. The Lighthouse. Yeah, weird, but pretty good. Steven Soderbergh's The Limey. I was a little bit disappointed with this. It was alright, but it sort of tailed off for me. The Lincoln Lawyer, Matthew McConaughey. I have seen it many years ago, and to be honest, don't remember a thing about it. I know he's running his law practice out of his car or something. That's about as much as I can remember. Paul Thomas Anderson, Licorice Pizza, which would probably be bloody revolting, but it's a decent film. Little Women, not got round to this. I should watch this because it's got a great cast. Saoirse Ronan and Emma Watson, Florence Pugh, Eliza Scanlon, Laura Dern. Should watch it just because Meryl Streep, and Timothy Chalamet, one of the best actors working today. The Lives of Others, top tier film. This German film, all about the East German, West German divide back in the day. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant stuff. If you've not seen that, give it a whirl. Local Hero, great film. Got one of my favourites, Burt in. Wonderful score from Dire Straits. Yeah, great film. The Lodger, silent Hitchcock film and a really good tense film. I love me silent films. Just the acting in them, they have to portray everything in their face. Yeah, great stuff. If you're not into silent films, try that one because I think that's a good one. The Loft, another one not seen for years. Don't remember much about it. Don't remember it being particularly good, but I do want to watch it again at some point. Logan Lucky. I think it's another Steven Soderbergh film, isn't it? Yes, it is. Great film about a heist on a racetrack, if I remember it rightly. Yeah, I remember really enjoying that. Who was it? It's Daniel Craig again, isn't it? Yeah, Daniel Craig, Channing Tatum, Adam Driver. Can't go wrong with Adam Driver. Seth MacFarlane and Hilary Swank. Yeah, Logan Lucky. And to end this shelf, and on a bit of a bang, the brilliant 70s sci-fi, Logan's Run, and I'll tell you what, I'll give Jenny Agutter a look to see us out. Take care, guys. I'll see you again. Ta-ra.